stressful, confusing, eye-opening. You are in survival mode. College isn't just like,
red cups turn up, let's get this bread!
It's a place where you learn discipline or a small amount of it, make choices and decide who you want to be. It all sounds the same, but it's cool. So to start my first year, I moved into Pentland Hills, Building C, the business building. So many great people. Ruby, Fernando, Melody, Zuri, Sandra. I had two roommates, Kyle and Antonio. Kyle was a quiet video gamer. He just loved math so much. Actually, I remember, this is a pretty fond memory I have with him. I can't solve this math problem.
That's a first.
I know. It makes me happy. And then you had Antonio, and Antonio was this tall Croatian guy. How did you know he was Croatian? His entire side of the room was in the Croatian flag. He loves soccer. And they won, actually, the World Cup, so actually good. They are a good team. I knew that, but now you know that. My roommates, we didn't get along until really the end of the quarter, but I still miss them, actually. We really bonded through this one class, Entomology 10. Do not take that class! Just save yourself. It's really funny because actually UCR has a really good entomology program, but just that quarter sucked. I studied all the time. I would watch YouTube videos on bugs just for fun, and I still got wrecked by the test. When the professor told us that, oh, about 40% of the class doesn't pass, I was like, every professor says that. But when almost half the class was not going to pass, people were freaking out. Me and my roommates would make jokes about we should just go to class and just release locusts into the air. And be like, enjoy your bugs. But yeah, you're gonna have hard classes. That's a part of the experience. You also get to be a part of clubs and organizations. And so I was really involved in high school, so I wanted to get involved in uni. So one of the clubs I liked the most when I joined up was Future Business Leaders of America. They were super fun, super cool group. I remember I just joined, and then there was a state conference, and I wasn't sure, because it was like $100 to go, and I was like, oh, should I go or not? But sure enough, I went, and it was one of the best fun times I ever had. I really felt I got to connect with a group of people there, and later on I actually got to apply to be a part of a committee. This is my team. I don't know, let's put it over here. Super fun conference committee. We got to do a bunch of stuff. We helped out here and there, and we ate out too and ate a bunch of seafood. So yeah, I had a great time. That's all fun and games, but then we have to think about school. School is actually pretty tough starting in because you don't know what to do. Every single professor has different requirements of what they want. Some want the book, some people are into their lectures, some people require you to think outside the box and make your own inferences on stuff based on the knowledge. And that's the most fanciest way to say it. But ultimately, every professor cares about something and not all of them care about the same thing. So you always have to adjust your strategy. So all those changing conditions really add up to the pressures and the cost. Juggling all of that is a really difficult part about your first year. And honestly, I did not do that well my first year, academically wise. I was trying my best because some courses were pretty intense for me, some were not, and then trying to level that out. I had to go to office hours almost every week for one class. So studying and understanding where do you put every amount of time.
I should check up on my assignments. Oh, it was due yesterday.
Do I enjoy my breakfast? Do I start studying? Do I watch this YouTube video my friend sent me?
Where's your breakfast? This is my breakfast.
Knowing intently that you are making these choices actively is an important part of college, because if you just let it be passive and you're just going with the flow, it will be hard to foresee where your future is. And so I had to actively make choices to study, actively make choices to eat, actively make choices. If you are an extrovert like me, you want to spend as much time as you can with people. And so being by yourself and studying does not seem like really that much of a great time. So you have to level your tactics. Okay, you like being with groups of people, then have a study group. Figure out people you can trust. So that's what I started doing. But all of that takes time, really. I had to get study groups, and people in those groups were not that good. And it takes time for you to figure out, oh, these people are actually helping out, these people are dedicated. Just you always have to make active choices, because otherwise if you're just going with the flow, then all of a sudden you're going to be in week 10 and you won't have studied for your finals. So it was hard. It's going to be hard, but I mean, I graduated, so just have to remember that all through that it's possible and you have to juggle it. And it was tough for me, so that was the part of the journey that I'm sharing. Another organization I decided to join was actually RHA, and I joined because my PC programming coordinator, Rama, told me that we needed a new hall senator to go represent our voices into this larger organization, and so I was like, oh yeah, that sounds like fun, let's go. So I got to join RHA, we got to do some programs, we got to do a glow-in-the-dark program, we got to be a part of some competitions like Quad Social. It was super cool, but yeah, that's me as the cabbage man, selling my cabbages. My cabbages! Being a part of that organization made me happy, and so I thought about all of my friends from high school who are going to go into college. And I thought, oh, well, I was thinking I can make a difference for the new people coming in. I applied to be building president because I feel like I really care about what we do as an organization. So I applied, there was an election. That election I won, and I became the building president of Pentland Hills. And I remember I was thinking, okay, I have to drive every week to the council meeting. And I didn't even know the position was a job too. I got compensation. I was just gonna drive there. But that was one of my happiest moments. I remember getting that position because that jumps me to something completely different in my second year. Thank you again, everybody, for checking out this video. Feel free to check out the future one as well. I'll be having a lot of cool new stuff. All right, well, thank you again for watching. I'll see you around later. See you. Goodbye.